And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Gershon C, who asked the question, who would win in a fight? The great city, the great village of Konoha versus the United States of American military. Now your first thought is, well, we have nukes and missiles and, chemical warfare and stuff like that. Well, ninja have their equivalent in the Leaf Village. In terms of being trained soldiers, the Leaf Village actually has us beat there because, let's be honest, none of us can disappear in faster than the eye can see like that. None of us can just teleport or move at hypersonic speeds or supersonic speeds that create after images. None of us can destroy mountains with our fist. None of us can breathe fire, summon electricity, control water. But we do have the advantage of, bullets, high caliber weaponry, again, chemical warfare if we needed it, nukes, missiles, vehicles of war. So what would happen? Well, first off, who's the invader? Let's be honest. We know who the invader is. So the U.S. goes to get Konoha's oil. Let's be honest. U.S. would be the ones to invade or attempt it. Now, I do think that none of the ninja are immune to bullets, unless you have like a jutsu that does that. Kakuzu would be actually a good example of that, having a ninja or bullet immune or jutsu immune to bullets. But I think they got the reaction speed to dodge, like low caliber to even mild caliber weaponry. So once you get into like the real strong, like 50 cals, all that, they're not going to be able to dodge it all. Plus you have the spray effect and the lower level ninja as well. But in a straight one-on-one fight, most of our military is not going to be able to handle these ninja who are actually trained to kill, assassinate, and have superhuman abilities. Then you get, and by the way, we're looking at Konoha right now in the original series Naruto, not Boruto, which actually has more advanced like weaponry and stuff. So where is the line that's going to be crossed, basically? Where is the point where one of them's just saying, okay, let's just put them down? Well, it's probably going to be us where we say they're too dangerous and we're going to have to nuke them. So we, flying high, about to drop the bomb. Unfortunately, we would have probably ninja or ninja animals, Konoha would, to detect something's going on. And then you would have, there are jutsu to prevent that. There's sealing jutsu that can prevent that entire thing. Barrier jutsus. There's teleportation jutsus. Now, granted, not everyone ninja knows that. If this was happening during Minato's reign, he could easily just flying thunder god a nuke back at the jet. Just bing! I got my kunai in the jet. It's like, oh no, the nuke's about to drop. Boink, boink, boom! Like, yeah. But let's assume it's not happening in Minato's reign. Let's say it's happening during Part 1 Naruto. That does get a little trickier, admittedly. But I think there actually is enough ways around it. Between summoning animals who are willing to sacrifice themselves for their owners. Hell, Orochimaru feeling like, you're getting in my way, could easily just use the grass longsword to slice the damn nuke from a distance. Granted, they'd still get the radiation and stuff, but they'd be as safe from the initial blast. There's jutsu that they can literally just fire off jutsu from a distance and blow it up. I'm sounding really sarcastic. I don't mean to do that. Blow it up. No, I'm not meaning to do that. Sorry. Yeah, and then this is just talking about early Naruto. You go into Shippuden where Naruto can move faster than light, and you got Susanoo, which is a freaking chakra armor deity. You got Kage, you got Madara. The U.S. would be absolutely screwed against Konoha. And this is without them wanting to invade us. If they wanted to, they could easily slip in, disguise themselves as politicians, soldiers, people of power, with jutsu, genjutsu, hypnotize people, hypnotize the president. No joke, the U.S. would be flat out screwed against some place like Konoha. Despite how small, now the one thing Konoha we have well over Konoha is numbers. We have far more people in the United States as a whole and in our military than Konoha does as civilians. And just their standard group. Because they're just so much smaller. Like, we don't get a really true idea of size when it comes to Konoha. It does seem to be the size of a fairly large city, but like that's what, like Boston or New York, which we see here. The map that I have here representing the U.S. is not even a full state, whereas you have the entirety of the U.S. And people enlist from every state constantly. That would be the one thing we would definitely have over them is numbers. And I'm not saying Konoha would just sweep us immediately. We would probably take out a fair number of them just because they're not used to firearms. However, overall, they are, excuse me, the U.S. is still at a supreme disadvantage when it comes to going up against Konoha. An average Chunin, an above average Genin can throw a giant fireball at soldiers that would roast a good dozen of them if they're in a group. And they're not coming out of that alive. We saw Haku summon ice bears moving at speeds that even trained ninja in their world couldn't keep up with. Soldiers would be just brought down, Senbon. Orochimaru can't freaking die, basically. Like, they put him down and he just shed his skin and just, come at them and slice them in two, summoning giant animals to eat them. And that's before we're getting into the really crazy stuff. So, for me, this is kind of a stomp on Konoha's part. That's not me disparaging my country's military. In respect to all the men and women who serve on the front lines. This is just me kind of looking at it from really, it's anime. There's busted powers in there that just don't exist. Plus, we've seen the feats a lot of these characters do. Guy could blitz the near entirety of our U.S. military on his own. So, yeah. The U.S. is in a bit of trouble against Konoha. So, my money is the U.S., or my money is Konoha. If you are a patriot and you say, no, you're wrong, you're anti-American, let me know why I am. Let me know why I am a commie motherfucker. Socialist commie dictatorship motherfucker. No, but seriously, if you think I'm wrong, let me know why you think I'm wrong. It's fine. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. My money's on Konoha. Who do you got in this fight and why? Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hit that bell, and I'll see you next time. I'm just going to pre-record my what if, and I'll be done.